Ladies and gentlemen, we are back yet again, and we have some big news and big things to talk about because this new previous update that just came out like 2 3 days ago, like a few days ago, I would say, has a lot of changes, especially with farming, gear levels, relic levels, and stuff like that. Two more new pirates coming into the game. Kicks and Maz Kanata. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff is just hit with us. A bombardment of new things and good things. A lot of changes and stuff like that for the better. So yeah. I'm just gonna give my personal opinions and thoughts and what I feel that should be more of a focus and after this new major update. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Sir.
Alright folks, we're in the game as usual. Honestly, yeah, let's go and take a look at these new changes, actually what happened in the game. So for example, I'm gonna go to the Order 66 raid. Okay, so if you guys noticed, they put out the part of this new update was relic levels and gear levels. It is now much easier for everybody, especially free-to-play players and new players that are coming into the game and are getting these newer characters that are coming to the game or that are already in the game. Like for example, the Dark Side clones, right? They're relatively still they're new to the game. They're all farmable now. All the Dark Side clones are now farmable, but they're not accelerated, which makes sense because they're still new to the game. So now, as you can see here, I have CX2 at gear 12, but at 6 stars. Yes. Same thing with Scorch. I have him at 5 stars, gear 12. Previously, prior to this update, in order to get a character to gear 12 or higher, you need to have them at 7 stars, level 85, right? Just like, for example, here, click on Hondo, for example, right? I have Hondo at level 85, 7 stars, right? But now I have, let's go here, CX2, he's only 6 stars, he's at gear 12, right? So they added this new thing, so now relics are more easier to obtain, more accessible. You don't need to have a character at 7 stars anymore to get them past gear 11. If I think that's what it is. Like if a character's at least 3 stars, you can get them to gear 12. I think is the highest. And then if a character's at least 4 stars or higher, you can get them to relic. But there's a catch. If your character is 4 stars, the highest relic level they can go is relic 2. And then if they're 5 stars, relic 3, 6 stars, relic 4, and then if a character's at full 7 stars, they can go to relic 5 and above. So the only way to get a character at relic 5 now or higher is if that character is 7 stars. But this is really good because it makes a lot of things much easier. It makes the newer marquee characters and new content much easier, much accessible to use. They're not just really sitting there because you have to get a character prior to this update in order for any character to actually be usable in this game. They'd have to be 7 stars, because once they were 7 stars, you could get them past gear 11, you could get them to gear 12, then you could get them to relic. So having a character at 7 stars is what really makes or breaks the character before to this update. But now with this new update, everything has changed here, because now it's much easier to go for these new characters, and especially for this new raid, because this is still a relatively new raid. So honestly, my personal opinions for everyone in the game, even if you're a new player or free-to-play player, I would honestly heavily focus on maybe going in on the raid so you could get better raid scores in post, because ever since this update came out, I've been able, like for example, I have Disguised Clone Trooper now at Relic 3 because I have him at 6 stars because of this new update, right? And I'm almost there to getting him to 7 stars. I'm like 26 stars away. I'm gonna get him to 7 stars regardless. But honestly, yeah, I'd maybe focus on the new raid, getting these characters up and running. You don't even have to get them at 4 stars. Just get at 7 stars. For new players or free to play players, you could just get these characters at 4 stars, the newer characters, get them at 4 stars, and then boom, you're set. You could get them to Relic 2. And if you get these new characters at least to 4 stars and you get them to Relic 2, you can be able to do right here, you can get an easy 600,000 score, right, if you have these newer characters at least Relic 2 or at least Relic 1 right here. You could get 600 right there post score. Relic 1 requires level Relic 1, right? So yeah, that definitely makes a difference, and a huge difference when it comes to the raid scores with this new update. Because I've been able to increase my score by a couple of 100,000. Before, my highest was 2.1. Now I'm 2.535. I'm almost there, on the way to building up to 3 mil score, then 4, 5, 6 mil. I'm going where I'm at in the game too, personally for me, because I have basically everything else in the entire game except for Ahsoka and Balin and Master Windu, as you can see here. Let me change it here because I like it better like this. So basically, because where I'm at in the game, 12.5 million GP on the way to 13 mil. I have everything else in the game. All my fleets are done. I have all meta fleets and stuff like that. I have all the GLs except for Ahsoka. I'm missing Balin, I'm missing Ahsoka, and I'm missing Master Windu. But other than that, like, these are all these characters here that you see on my screen, except for Tarful, all the way down to Hoth Rebel Soldier, right? These characters here are old characters. These are legacy characters that have been in the game for a long time, right? Especially Clone Wars Chewbacca and Ewok Scout. But all these other characters here, from this row all the way down here, are new characters. They're newer characters. Used for Balin, used for Ahsoka, used for Master Windu, right? So, and then you have SN33. Then you have these new marquee characters that haven't even come out yet, Maz Kanata and Kix. So honestly, this changes the game a lot. If you are definitely looking forward to improve your raid scores, now is definitely the time, regardless of where you are in the game. If you're free to play, if you're a newer player that's just starting out the game and you want to get some good raid scores, or at least work on your raid scores to increase them, now's the time. That's what I've been doing, and honestly, like, I'm putting this stuff to the side. Like, I'm going all in on the raid once I'm done with my raid farms and my raid stuff going on. Then I'm gonna start going back to doing journey guide stuff. Once I'm done with the raid characters and the raid farms, I'm gonna go for Balin. Then after Balin, I'm probably gonna go for Master Windu as well. Then after Master Windu, I'll probably go for Ahsoka or for the new GL Hondo coming out later this year. But yeah, with this new update, it changes the game drastically. However, even though it's a gear and relic level change, that doesn't mean it changes the star count. Because in star count, yes, even though you can get relics at lower stars, you still need to have characters at 7 stars for your journey guide characters and legendary characters and stuff like that. Like, for example, like for instance, right, For Emperor Palpatine, in order to get a 7-star Palpatine, you need to have a full Rebel team at 7 stars. So, just because this new gear and relic change update is it happened, it doesn't change the characters required for 7 stars, if you know what I mean. For example, yet again, let's say if I want to have Jar Jar Binks, for example, right? For Jar Jar, you need all the Gungans at Relic 5, which means you need all the Gungans at 7 stars. Another example, let's say Starkiller, right? For example, Starkiller. Yet again, you need these characters here at Relic 5, which means you need them at 7 stars. R2D2, right? If you want to have a 7-star R2D2, you're going to need to have a full Empire team at 7 stars. So that doesn't change the fact, because now I can have a 4-star relic character, a 5-star relic character. Characters at lower stars and having them relics doesn't change the way that the journey guides play out. It's even for Galactic Legends too. Like for example, like some Galactic Legends that have lower requirements. For example, let's go for Kylo Ren, right? Slicker. Relic 3. Now you can have. You don't now. This does help. This update does help a little bit with certain journey event characters that you don't need to have them at 7 stars. For example, Kylo here. First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot, right? But previous to this update, you needed to have this character at 7 stars in order to get it to Relic 3. But now, because of this new update, you don't need to have First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot at 7 stars to get it to Relic 3. You need to have it at 6 stars, which makes the farm easier and it makes it faster too. Same thing with Veteran Smuggler Han. Instead of having him at 7 stars to get him to Relic 3, you can have him at 6 stars to get him at Relic 3, or 5 stars. Yeah, it's elite now. Yeah, that's actually 5 stars now for our Relic 3 character. 5 stars. If you want to have a character, Relic 3 needs to be at least 5 stars, so I'll take that back. Veteran Smuggler Han, First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter Pilot, First Order TIE Pilot. These requirements that are Relic 3, it's much easier now because you don't need to have them at 7 stars. You could just get them to 5 stars and they'll be Relic 3 right then and there. So it makes the farms easier and much faster too. So let's go, for example, Rey. Same thing, right? Resistance Pilot, Relic 3. Veteran Smuggler Chewie, Relic 3. So, these characters here that are Relic 3 required. For Rey, you don't need them at 7 stars. You just get them at 5 stars. And they'll be Relic 3. Let's go to Sith Eternal. Right? Royal Guard, same thing with him. You don't need to have him at 7 stars to get him to Relic 3 now. Now it's 5 stars. Same thing with General Reviewers. Colonel Stark. Relic 3, 5 stars. You don't need them at 7 stars. So with this new update, it does change the way farming paths and what you're gonna do and how you're gonna build and accelerate your roster now, because of having characters relics at lower star counts instead of having them all at 7 stars to get them the relic. So like I said, when it comes to specific your solo journeys, you need to have them, still here if you want to get a 7-star Palpatine whole Rebel team at 7 stars. I think the only exception for this is Jedi Knight Cal, because he needs all his requirements at gear 12. So basically you can have Jedi Cal, get him up and running really early in the game now, because you don't need to have these characters at 7 stars anymore. You can just have these characters at 3 star or 4 star and they'll be gear 12 now. So Jedi Cal is much easier more accessible to get now, and that could be a high recommendation now for those that are free to play or new players. And if you want to get your Zepho mission up and running for your rote, for your guild to do Zepho, now you can get Jedi Cal way easier. Just have these characters now at 3 or 4 stars. You don't need to have them at 7 stars anymore. It just says right here, required to gear 12. That's it. You don't need to have them in relics. But yeah, Jedi Cal is an exception. Yeah, let me see who else could be an exception. Yeah, Jedi Cal. I think yeah, yeah, every other journey guide character here. Yeah, I think besides Jedi Cal. Yeah, every Jedi. Yeah, I think that's how it is. Jedi Cal is the only exception. That doesn't need relic requirements, so you can get Jedi Cal early. Everything else here, even CLS, Padme, everything else here you need at 7 stars in order to get these journey characters at 7 stars, except for Jedi Cal. So that's interesting. But yeah, and another thing we want to talk about in this update, new pirates coming in, Kix and Maz Kanata. Yeah, it's just the pirate faction is really coming in now. It's coming in strong. It's coming in hot. Before I end the video, I'm just gonna basically say what I've been doing. I'm going all in on the raid, obviously, as you can see, because I've basically done everything else that I need to. All my fleets are done. I have all the GLs that I need. I don't need Ahsoka anytime soon. I think I just might even go for GL Hondo, then skip out on Ahsoka, because I'm pretty sure the new GL Hondo will be usable, most likely in the Order 66 raid. And since I'm going all in on the raid, I'm just going to be trying to improve and build my score up even more. Before I know it, I'll be 3 mil, 4, 5, 6, 7, you know, just going all in. So what I'm doing is I'm going in on my Dark Cyclones. Once I'm done with my Dark Cyclones, I'm gonna go on the new Bad Batch. After the new Bad Batch, I'm going in on the Jedi Vanguard with Master Mace, Depa Billaba, Temple Guard. And then once I'm done with all the new Jedi Vanguard stuff, I'm gonna go in on the new pirate stuff. Once I'm done with that, basically done with all my raid stuff, going for Balin after Balin, and then that's just pretty much it from there. We'll see where it goes from there, because I do want to get Balin sometime this year. So at least after when I'm done with my clones and Bad Batch, I'm gonna go for Balin, because I do want him sometime before the end of this year. I'm gonna start farming him, because Morganell's I think Balin requirements are now becoming double farmable now, accelerated, because Morgan Elsbeth is now double farmable now. And then before we know it, Shin, Great Mothers, and Marek will be double farmable too. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on, at least after when I'm done with my Dark Cyclones and new Bad Batch. I'm going to see if I could squeeze in Balin, and then after when I'm done with Balin, I'll go back to the raid requirements and do the pirates and the other Jedi Vanguard stuff, and with Master Windu here. Then I also have to unlock SM33. I'm not heavy on conquests like that, so when I get SM33, it'll be whenever. I'm not really focused on SM33 right now, but I will get him sooner or later. I recently just got Jocasta up and running, and she's helped my raid score improved a lot, like a lot. Even though she's at Relic 5, I was still able to use her with Kelleran Beck and some Jedi stuff here, and I was able to do tier 4 with get 1.2 million there, which is really nice. And then yeah, but other than that, let me know what you guys think of this update. This update is extremely huge. It really changes the game a lot for basically all the farms. especially if you want to improve your raid scores, and for certain GLs that you can get quicker now because of the lower relic requirements, like level relic 3. Relic 3 is now accessible at 5 stars, so that's pretty cool in my opinion. And that really helps me out too, because all my characters on my roster are at least relic 3. Even besides characters that are not in lightspeed bundles, they're all relic 3. I always try to get a character or two at least relic 3 as the lowest relic level. But honestly, yeah, this update has been amazing. It's been great. I'm enjoying it a lot. Definitely helped me improve my raid score and stuff. But other than that, like I said, let me know what you guys think about this update. How are you guys doing on the new Order 66 raid? How are you guys doing on your farms? How are you doing on your scores? And yeah, I'm excited to see where this game goes continuing forward, because this was a major update, and it helped out a lot. It helped out a lot for me, and I know it's helping out a lot for other people too that are probably below me or free to play, newer players and stuff like that. But yeah, long story short, I'm enjoying everything that CG has thrown at us so far, and let's just hope it continues good on out from there. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'm Insidious. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later.